approach, we are joining Zoom here. If you see this QR code, you can join us on Zoom anytime. We would love to have you. Today, I'm going to talk about sports. I'll go into more detail as we talk, but we have an important event coming up in the American sports world, and I would love for you to join our conversation about sports, sport events, ethics in sports. I have a lot to talk about today on Zoom. So take your time, and if you would love to join us anytime. That would be amazing. And in a moment, we're going to start allowing people in from Zoom, and they'll join us and we'll have a whole conversation. We also have a WhatsApp group if you would like to join anytime and have updates about class, links, the teacher, the topics. We offer classes Monday through Friday, and we would love for you to join every day if possible, but if not, we offer different days and different times. Excuse me, my throat is dry today in winter. Hello, my friends. Hello. We can hear me okay? We can hear me well?
Yes, teacher.
Hello, Diego. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm great. Hi, Suho. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name is Ellen.
Yeah, my name is Suho.
Suho. Where are you from, Suho?
I'm from South Korea. Now I am in South Korea. Seoul.
Amazing. Wow. So, what is the time in South Korea right now?
It's now 5 a.m.
Wow. Early in the morning.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Here in Boston, it's 3 p.m.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I visited my mother
Oh,
in
very.
Korea. Yeah, I have lived in New Jersey.
Oh,
At the
amazing.
same time, Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
In Boston.
Awesome. That's awesome then. Very nice. Hello, Amina, Muhammad, Ibrahim, Abdullah. How are we today? Today, I would love to talk about sports. That is the topic that I would love to share today with everybody. So as more friends join, we'll have a conversation about different sports around the world or sports in the United States. And we'll also talk about upcoming sports games, and we'll talk about some ethics in sports as part of our advanced conversation today. So first, today is Wednesday, not Tuesday. I'm crazy. Today is Wednesday, February 5th, 2025, 2525. And I hope you're all doing well. It's a sunny afternoon here in Boston, though it is a little chilly, a little cold. And this kind of brings us to our topic about sports, that soon I wanted to ask you all, what major sporting event is going to happen in the US on Sunday, February 9th? Do you guys know this Sunday we're going to have a big sporting event? What is it called?
I think a Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Super Bowl. Have you ever heard of the Super Bowl before, my friends?
Yeah.
And what is the Super Bowl?
Is it American football?
Yes, it is American football. And so it's okay if you don't know a lot about American football rules. Me either. Even as an American, I don't know a lot of the rules of football. But it's a big sports event, and it happens every single February. Now, what happens in the Super Bowl? Why is it so important? Do we know?
There is a show,
Mm-hmm.
the interval show, yes.
Yes, the halftime show, exactly.
The most expensive, to
Mm-hmm.
announce something.
Exactly. It's a very expensive show, the Super Bowl halftime show. And it's a big concert that happens in the middle of the game, we call halftime. So halfway through the game, we have a very big concert. We have had different singers like Beyonce, Katy Perry, Bruce Springsteen a long time ago. We've had so many artists. Do we know who's playing at the halftime show this year? His name is Kendrick Lamar. He's a rapper, an American rapper. So his show, it will cost a lot of money. There's a lot of dancers and performers. It's a big concert in the middle of a football game. So that is something that is happening this Sunday. Now, what do Americans usually do? Do you know? What do they do for the Super Bowl? How do they celebrate? When it's a sports game, a sports championship game, how do people celebrate? Sometimes we eat specific food. So for sports games like the Super Bowl, we will eat food like wings, chicken wings. We will eat food like chips and salsa. I'm sorry, go ahead. Ibrahim, you had a question?
I've had food like French fries.
Yeah.
nuggets, Coca-Cola.
Yes, definitely food that is less healthy for sure. Fast food like French fries, some soda, definitely beer. A lot of people will be drinking beer for the Super Bowl. Definitely. And
I have a
so,
question.
yes, go ahead.
What is the how? Why is the Super Bowl or I mean the American football is popular in the United States? What is the reason?
That's a very good question. Why is football, like American football, popular in the United States?
Yes.
I think because it originated in the United States, American football. Soccer, of course, football as the world knows it besides the US, that began a long time ago, many thousands of years ago. But American football, it began in the US and it didn't really travel so far. I know that there are people that are fans of American football that are not from the United States. For example, I know many Brazilians that love American football. And at the same time, I know some people are like, wow, this is a crazy, brutal American sport with can be a lot of danger as well. So that was something I wanted to talk about today, was the ethics of these sports as well. So American football is very popular in the United States because it began here, and so many different countries, states and regions in the US have their own team. Do you guys know what American football team we have in Boston? We have the New England Patriots. If you've ever heard of the American football star Tom Brady, he was very popular in the past. He's now retired, but he was on our American New England Patriots team. But we have other sports in the US besides American football. What other sports do we have that you can name in English? What are some
I would
sports?
say the next gonna be baseball.
Baseball, yeah. Thank you, Alex. Baseball,
Hockey.
soccer, hockey. Anything else? What other sports do we have?
Basketball.
Basketball,
Swimming.
swimming, tennis,
Badminton.
badminton. Yeah, good one. That's a lot.
Handball.
Handball. We have things like track and field, where people are running or jumping hurdles. Yes, winter games. Amazing. What is your favorite sport to watch or play?
Horse riding.
Horse riding. Wow, amazing. That is definitely a sport.
Mine is cricket.
Cricket.
And
Ooh, very nice.
I like to watch soccer in Brazil. We talk football,
Yes.
but it's soccer.
Who's your favorite team in Brazil?
I'm Grêmio.
Nice, nice. Good. Maybe this is gonna sound crazy. I'm Vasco. This sounds crazy, but it's in my family. I definitely have been watching a lot of Brazilian soccer in my time now, and it's so different, I would say, than American soccer. I'd say American soccer is a little more boring, and soccer in Brazil, soccer in Europe is more exciting. And the commentators are more exciting as well.
I think it's because the pants, the type of the pants.
Yes, definitely. So I had some other questions here for us related to the Super Bowl and American football, but we can open it to more sports always. So it says here, do you follow American football? Or do you follow any other American sports? Do you follow basketball, the NBA? Do you follow maybe baseball? Maybe. Baseball's not so popular in other countries, I know that.
I don't follow any American football teams, but I like the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots are my team here in Boston, yeah.
I like Patriots.
The Patriots are very good. Well, with Tom Brady, they were. Now it's been rough for them, but the Celtics are here in Boston, the Boston Celtics team, doing very well this season. And there was a very large trade of players in basketball recently, a player from the Dallas Mavericks. That's something that happens sometimes in the middle of a sports season, where an athlete will be traded to another team. And it's like overnight crazy news. In the morning, everybody wakes up, oh my God, this person was traded to another team. And has that ever happened for you guys? Is there ever a sports player that is transferred to another team randomly? It happens here sometimes, and it's crazy. I have some other questions here, just again about the Super Bowl, but have you ever watched the Super Bowl before? Have you ever watched videos on YouTube?
I don't remember the year, but I watched the Super Bowl when Vikings go to the final.
Nice. Amazing. Do
I
we
don't
know?
remember the year.
That's
I think
okay.
It's 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
Don't remember.
I don't remember either what year that was, but every year there's something new. That's for sure. This year we have, do you guys know the teams that are going to be in this year's Super Bowl? We're going to have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's a pretty big game because the Kansas City Chiefs have been in the Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes multiple times, and they're very popular. Hi, Abdurrahman. How are you? So I wanted to ask you, what is the biggest sports celebration of the year in your sports or in your country? The biggest sports celebration of the year?
It is cricket.
Cricket? And what time of year does that usually happen?
In our country, there are province crickets like we have cities like Balochistan, Peshawar, and Punjab. So there are province cricket. We call them ESL. So it is begin in February to March when the last winner we celebrate all.
Very nice. So the competitions, the championships will be happening soon since we're in February now? Nice. I need to read more about that. In Pakistan, I want to read more about that, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cool. Anybody else? What's the biggest sports championship game of the year?
In soccer, we have the World Championship, but it's very difficult for Brazilian teams and other teams without Europe. So I think it's the Copa Libertadores in Latin America and oh my God, the Champions. Yeah, thank you.
And it's all soccer. That's so interesting. Yeah. What about volleyball? What is the final game in volleyball? Do we know? Because that's something I really enjoy watching volleyball. As I get older, I see in the Olympics, and then beach volleyball versus indoor volleyball. It's very interesting.
I think in Brazil is just football.
Just football? Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, volleyball is not very popular here.
No, that's okay.
Just in the Olympic Games.
Yes.
Yeah, the Olympic Games, we watch our national team.
Yeah.
Male and female, but it's not popular.
But otherwise, besides the Olympics, it's like, okay, just for the Olympics. I see.
Also football.
In Egypt, also football. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. In Africa, in Europe, in South America, football, soccer, so popular.
Very popular.
Yes. And great competition, I would say, between all the countries. There are so many different famous footballers. We think of Messi, we think of Ronaldo, we think of David Beckham, Neymar. We have so many people.
Neymar is back to Brazil.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw. And it's very interesting. Recently, I also watched, there was something, it was more of an indoor soccer. It was called Kings League, I believe. And it was actually something that Shakira's ex-husband, Piqué, I believe, started. And it was something interesting that I saw this year, an indoor soccer game. And there's less people, there's like 2 men, and then there's 3 men, and then there's 5 men. It's a very new system. So if you're interested in that, search that. And
I recently watched the skating game on
ooh,
YouTube.
nice.
I'm wondering, there was a winter game recently.
I would say for ice skating, definitely. Definitely. I love watching ice skating. It's very beautiful. Yeah. Hello. So, any other sports championships that we can think of? When is the next World Cup?
Yes.
Is the World Cup next year?
Tennis.
I think so. Okay. So, I wanted to ask you guys here. I want us to make a list of vocabulary words for sports. Let's make a vocabulary list. And these words can be any words related to sports. It does not need to be American football or other football, soccer. It can be any sports vocabulary. But I want to know, what words related to sports do you know in English?
Player.
Player. That's a great one.
Match point.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Match point.
Match point. That's a good one. Player, match point. What other sports vocabulary can you think of?
Love.
Dance.
Ooh, we got so many at the same time. Amazing.
Peloton, marathon.
Marathon. Yes. Yes.
Stadiums.
Stadiums.
Umpire.
Umpire. That's in baseball.
Love in tennis.
Cricket as well.
Love in tennis, exactly. Okay. My friends, we have the whiteboard here that Marcelo has shared for us. And so you can write your vocabulary word here as well. You see where there's a little T? You can type the text if you select this letter T in your task arrow. What other sports vocabulary do you know? I see pitch, player,
Time out.
players, timeout. Yes, exactly.
Team spirit.
Team spirit. Yogesh, could you repeat that?
Strategic timeout.
Ooh, strategic timeout. Good job. I like that one. We have some awesome words here. And what is some of the equipment that they use in sports? Some of the equipment.
For cricket, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Bat and ball.
Yes. We have different balls like soccer ball, volleyball. What is the thing that you kick the soccer ball into?
Goalpost.
The goalpost, the goal. Sometimes we call it a net. In hockey, they'll call it a net as well. Mm-hmm. What other sports vocabulary do you know? I see teammate, helmet. Amazing.
Pads.
I'm sorry?
Pads.
Tags?
No, ma'am. Pads.
Pegs.
Glove.
Gloves.
Leather pads.
Pads, gloves. Thank you. We have, I can think of a draw or tie. In American English, we use the word tie. I would say more than draw. But if they have the same score or zero score for both, a draw. Any other vocabulary words you can think of? This is a good list. I want to keep going. Fans? I'm a fan of the New England Patriots, the Boston Celtics.
Touch in baseball.
Amazing.
And scoreboard.
Scoreboard, yes. A scoreboard is very important and included in almost every single game.
Yes.
Definitely. What is the name of, how do I describe this without giving you guys the word? The kind of, it can be an animal or a person that represents the team. Do you know?
A mascot.
A mascot. And what is the mascot of your favorite team?
Fennec.
Nice. A fennec, a fox. I see a
I need to research
vulture.
the word in the internet because I don't know in English. It's a musketeer.
A musketeer? That's okay. You can
Yeah.
search new words. A musketeer. Vulture here. For flamingo. We have, I know that in my high school was the Vikings. So there can be a lot of different mascots. Panthers is a big one. That was my college. Diego, go ahead.
What's the name that I don't know how to say it. I Brazilian judge? Yeah.
The referee. So the person, yeah.
Or judge?
So we don't use, we would use the word judge in English more for the court and the law, but in sports, the person who, usually the man with the black shirt with the white stripes, that is a referee. Referee. Nice. Great words, my friends. Anything else? I see declare.
For the vocabulary, is necessary to be a sport with use a ball or every sports?
It can be any sports. It can be any sports.
sports?
Yeah.
So I think in ring for 5 sports.
Yeah, ring for when you're watching UFC or jiu-jitsu, octagon. That's a great word too. Ring, octagon. Yeah, it can be any sports. Any sports.
Badminton racket.
Badminton racket. Yes, all of the different rackets. A tennis racket.
Yes. Chessboard.
Chessboard, yeah. This brings up a good question. We have sports like chess, cheerleading. Some people say it's not a sport, but some people say it is. It's a big argument. But I think that if you have a competition, you could consider that a sport, maybe. I think it counts. Mentally, it's a sport, that's for sure. I think of, I see here pitch. And pitch makes me think of two things. It makes me think of in baseball, the throw that they do is a pitch. But it also makes me think of in soccer, in England, in football, they call the field a pitch. And in the United States, we call it a field.
Ma'am, what's the sport where people have the ball in their arms and they run? Holding that from one person to another person and they pass the ball to hands.
Is it American
Rugby.
football or is it a different sport? Maybe rugby?
I think it's rugby.
Yeah.
I think it's rugby.
It could be rugby.
So,
Rugby?
they carry the ball in their arm and they run from one place to another and they pass the ball with their
Yeah.
hands.
I think that's rugby as well. Rugby is,
Rugby can be another game for sports.
yeah, definitely. And it's similar. It kind of looks like American football, but it's a little different. Mm-hmm.
Maybe European sport.
Mm-hmm. So what I think would be best right now is I'm going to put you in breakout rooms just for 5 minutes. And I want you to use at least 2 of these words that you see here. I want you to try to use at least 2 of these words in a sentence. So I will put you in breakout rooms together so that you can practice. And then when we come back, I want you to share your sentence, your 2 sentences with your vocabulary words. So let's work on that. The image of all of the words is there in the chat. You can see that Marcelo has shared it. So if you can keep that, you can look at the words again. But let's go into breakout rooms just for 5 minutes and use at least 2 of these words in sentences.
1 sentence with 2 words or 2 sentences with 1 word?
That's your choice. I'll give you the freedom there. If you want to use 1 word per sentence or more than 1 word in 1 sentence, that's okay with me. Amazing. So we'll just do 5 minutes and then we'll come back and share. For those of you that are on YouTube, you definitely can still do this at home. There's no problem. I, of course, encourage you to join us always, but if you can't, that's okay. You can always watch us on YouTube, and you can still interact and participate. I think it's best to practice with a partner if you can, but if you can't, even using your phone like a mirror, setting up the camera so you can talk to somebody, and using these words in a sentence. If you don't have enough time right now to speak, I also encourage you to do it with writing. Sports is something that brings us together all the time. That it both brings people together and can make them argue depending on their rivalry. And so here, that's the goal, is to be able to discuss any topic, not just sports, but anything you're going to encounter in your everyday life in English. Now, what we can do is, I wanted to go back here and share with you guys this QR code again. And this QR code is how you can join us. So, as a reminder, we have conversation classes every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Different times. We offer some beginner classes, some intermediate level, and this is the advanced class. And our goal in this class is to give you an opportunity to learn English, practice your conversational skills, meet other people from around the world. And it's been an amazing time. We've had these classes, these English classes, for 5 years now, since the beginning of 2020. And it's amazing how it's grown. And so I'm always encouraging anybody who says, I don't have enough time to practice English, my family doesn't speak English, so I can't practice with them. Go online, find your resources. Classes like these that you can join every week are really something that I would always try to take advantage of if you are in another country or even if you're in the United States. Conversation class, conversation partners. It's a great way to really enhance your English language speaking, your listening, your writing eventually, grammar. We want to continually improve, and we want to have real opportunities to practice with somebody. And joining the conversation class, even just for 1 hour per day, will increase and accelerate your English level faster than you can think, because you're putting in the time and the effort And so joining our conversation classes is, for me, an easy decision. I would love to see you all on YouTube here. And when you feel confident and you are able to start a conversation, you really see, wow, this is making a difference in my life. And so, as our friends are finishing in the breakout room, you can continue to think about the different sports celebrations that you have at home, the sports that you like to watch or play, sports that maybe you don't really know much about, but you'd be interested in learning more. And also the whole corporation behind sports. Sports is an industry. They have media, they have merch, millions of dollars on athletes' salaries. We have foundations for those who need assistance, and many sports teams donate to these foundations. Sports is a very interesting way to bring people together. That's been happening since the beginning of time, really, when people were playing with balls or sticks together as entertainment, and it's evolved into an entire industry. So our friends are going to be coming back and joining us. And I'll take us back. All right, all right. Awesome. Hello, my friends. Hello.
Hello.
All right. As everybody is coming back from the breakout room, we're going to discuss the vocabulary words and the sentences that we created. Okay. And as everybody joins, we'll share together. Okay. All right, my friends. I'm excited to hear your sentences or your sentence. Is there anybody that would like to share first?
Speak or write in the chat.
If you could speak, that would be the best for me.
I think in the fighters.
Pardon the question, please.
I'm sorry?
Pardon the question, please.
We can write in the chat as well. Mm-hmm.
No. You said that if someone wants to say. So what's the question? What do we have to?
Oh, I'm sorry. The question is, what vocabulary word you used at least two vocabulary words in a sentence or two, and so I was asking to share those sentences that you created with the vocabulary word.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
All right. Xander, you can go ahead.
I think in a sentence with the word gloves,
Mm-hmm.
the fighters touched gloves before the fight.
The fighters touch gloves before the fight. Good job. Definitely. That is one thing that we could always talk about is good sportsmanship. Have you guys ever heard of that before? Good sportsmanship. It's what we use when we describe the relationship of the team. So good sportsmanship means that the team or the athlete is respectful. Even if they lose, they're not going to be rude or upset. They're happy to play as a team. If a sports player has bad sportsmanship, they typically become more independent, or they're not sharing with their team. They're dominating the team. So when the fighters touch gloves, they're trying to demonstrate respect and good sportsmanship. Thank you, guys. Okay, who else wants to share?
I can try.
Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
For me, mascot on the field always associated with this unusual kind of sports like cheerleading.
Yes.
Because all the time when I can see in some movies cheerleaders on the field, simultaneously I can see the mascot. They just associated for me.
Yes, definitely. The mascot of the team and the cheerleaders, often in American movies and in real life, are together on the field doing a dance or a cheer, getting the audience excited and motivated. So the mascots are associated with the cheerleaders, definitely. Good job. Okay. Habiba, you would like to share?
Yes, teacher, my word is clear. In football, there are 12 players, and the second word is ball. The hard ball is used in cricket.
Good, very good. Thank you, Habib.
Welcome.
Yogesh, you can go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. My words are fans and stadium.
Mm-hmm.
In India, we have so many fans for cricket, and in India, for cricket, we have largest stadium cricket, Narendra Modi Stadium, with a capacity of 132,000 of fans for the to sit and watch the cricket. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my two words: stadium and fans.
That's awesome. Thank you, Yogesh. You guys, I wanted to ask you very quickly about stadiums or arenas. Now, here in the United States, for example, when you go to a stadium, the food is very expensive. That is one thing that happens here in the United States. The food in the stadium is so expensive, and the drinks. Does that happen in your country?
Yeah, in Brazil too. It's very expensive in
I
the
have
stadium.
never been to a stadium, but I heard that it's costlier too, as compared to outside the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
But we do have a special VIP case in stadium
Yeah.
where you have a free meal, but the cost is already included in the
Correct. We
ticket
have
price.
similar things as well. Interesting. It's crazy. You want to go to the stadium and get even just a bottle of water is so much money. It's crazy. But they have to make money somehow in the stadium. And the people who work there and clean and take care of everything, maintenance, it makes sense.
Brazil is
Plus,
not
there
a
are
rich
any
country.
out.
Sorry.
Sorry. Continue. Sorry. Yeah.
Brazil is not a rich country, so many people made money around the stadium selling food.
Yeah.
Because it's more cheaper in the stadium.
Correct. You can actually make money if you're selling food around the stadium and you don't work for the stadium. Correct. Yogesh, go ahead.
Plus they don't allow anything from outside to eat.
Correct.
That's a minus.
Exactly. It's crazy. So, okay, thank you guys so much for answering my question. I just needed to know about the rest of the world. Who else wants to share their sentence with the vocabulary?
Yeah, I would like to share a sentence.
Go ahead, Abdullah.
And my words are ball and pitch.
Good.
There are two separate sentences. For the ball, the basketball team won the game, and I am playing on a cricket pitch.
Good. Very good. Awesome. Anybody else?
I think in another one,
Yeah.
it's a funny sentence, but it's normal to speak this in Brazil, is the referee stole my team the last game.
Yes, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. The referee stole my team the last game. This happens too in the United States, where the referee maybe seems like they support one team more than another. The referee is not supposed to support either team. They're supposed to just be the judge. But a lot of times the referee ends up doing something that kind of supports another team. And then we say, oh my God, what's happening?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Some fans take glovers to catch the ball from the ground.
Yes, definitely. In a lot of sports where there's a ball that's being thrown, like in American baseball and even in hockey with a puck, people will try to catch the ball if it goes into the stands or the audience of the stadium. Have you ever caught a ball from a game before?
Unfortunately, no.
I know. Someday, and here even like if people the athlete will sign their name on the ball, that's like extra fancy. I had some other words here that I wanted to show you guys as well. Most of them we've discussed, but there were a few that I wanted to talk about. I have here coach, the word here coach. So that's very popular. What is a coach?
Coach, well,
Who train
teach
the
someone
players?
to teach. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, they train the players. They work with the players every day to guide them. They are more of an expert. They know the rules very well. They know what they can or can't do. Yeah, and there have been some very famous coaches in sports history. Always a coach that makes a difference in somebody's life. I also had another word here, trophy. Trophy here. Our word trophy. What's a trophy?
What
When
English
you win any game, it is a prize that is given by the host to the players.
Yeah, so whoever wins the game, the championship, the match, they will usually get, especially if it's a big one, a trophy. Do you guys know the names of some trophies?
Asia
Super
Cup,
Bowl.
World Cup,
Mm-hmm.
trophy.
Stanley's Cup.
Yeah, in hockey, there's the Stanley Cup. It's a big,
World Cup.
exactly. In the Super Bowl, we have the Heisman Trophy.
Olympic medals.
Nice. Awesome. And then this other, oh, go ahead, Habiba.
Sorry, teacher, you go.
No, it's okay. You can go ahead.
Okay. In my school and college life, I play a lot,
Uh-huh.
like cricket and volleyball.
Nice.
I have 8 trophies.
Wow.
I wish I could have a camera. I will look, but unfortunately, I have no camera.
That's okay. No problem. Yeah, there's some people who have won many competitions in their life. They've done well and they have many trophies to show. Nice. That's awesome. And one of the last words I have here is jersey. What is a jersey? A sports jersey.
A uniform.
Yeah. A uniform or the kind of shirt that they have as well. So in sports, you know that they all have their own uniform. They have their colors and their mascot potentially, any sponsors as well.
I think the jersey is the one who avoid the conflict between players.
Yeah, definitely. We need to know
Identify the country.
exactly.
We call that kids.
Yes, exactly. We have to be able to identify the country, the player, the team,
Yeah.
and then it becomes.
Equality, ma'am. I think jersey
Mhm.
is the big reason for equality that every player inside the teammate should be equal and there is no discrimination. So jersey plays a big
Exact.
role.
Yeah. When you have a uniform, it.
And sometimes it's collectible.
Yes, definitely. Having a uniform that's the same so that everybody has the same kind of equality of their image, and then it can be something that's merch, collectible. You can purchase jerseys with players' names. So something, for example, you go to a sports game, or you can even online very easily purchase any sports jersey, any soccer shirt that you would like to have with the team player, the team name, or you could even customize it with your own name. It's very cool. Definitely. And
And then
that's part of how
the
it can be
background
expensive.
of you is real or virtual?
The background, this is real actually. This is all real here, physical.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's looks awesome.
We worked hard. Approach did a great job in our interior design. So my friends, we're almost out of time, just a few more minutes. So we have the Super Bowl this Sunday in, I don't know actually what stadium it's going to be, but
New Orleans, I think.
in Orleans, yeah, it's not usually the same, like it's not the same place as the players' home teams. It's a different location. And a lot of Americans will be watching. A lot of social media commentary will happen. A lot of influencers, whether it's a normal influencer like your average daily or a sports influencer, they'll be talking about it. We're gonna have
Ma'am,
the,
is it Caesar Superdome?
I'm sorry?
Caesar Superdome, something like that?
Yes, yes.
Stadium.
The Caesar Superdome.
Caesar
Interesting,
Superdome.
yeah. So you guys can watch the Super Bowl. You could watch clips on YouTube, of course, because it depends on if it's available in your country, if you can find it. But you could always find on YouTube, I think, different clips as well. Watching the halftime show, seeing the kind of big events going on. There's usually many celebrities that attend these games. And it's definitely, I would say, the biggest sport event in the United States for the year. And it's at the beginning of the year, which is interesting. Because then we have the rest of the year, and it's not that it's boring, but it's, it's not as exciting as Super Bowl Sunday. So my friends, thank you guys so much for joining me here. I had a great conversation. Sports, I think anybody could talk about sports. And so as a reminder, we do have class Monday through Friday. You can always join any day. We have beginner, intermediate, advanced, and occasionally we offer class on Saturday as well. Not every single Saturday, but typically every 2 weeks. And so
Is that week in Saturday's class?
there will be class this Saturday, February 8th. There will be class with me at 10 a.m. on Zoom. So thank you guys so much. And I hope to see you again. I hope to see you again. Thank you. You did a great job today. Thanks. All right, my friends on YouTube, we're almost done. Join us next time. I want to see you on conversation class with me. I want to hear you. Sign up anytime. See you later.